Well, alright then, welcome back to STRAFE Millennium Edition. On our last run, we got big heads and things went weird. I don't even know how to explain what happened. There's like an infinite collision that nearly crashed the game, and it made everything really slow and difficult to deal with, and it just, yeah. But we got coins, we have 5 now, so we have options for new modes to unlock. We can do Scrambled Cash, Lil Chumps, Instagib, Enemy Blood Blasters. I kind of know what Instagib is going to be because it's Instagib. Like, that's a pretty common mode. Lil Chumps, I'm imagining the enemies are tiny. Scrambled Cash, no idea. So let's open that up. Gun pickups are not limited by zone. I wasn't aware gun pickups were limited by zone. And enemy blood blasters. Enemies blow apart when killed. So we'll put both of them on because this is just cosmetic. It's just funky. This has gameplay impacts. Hardcore mode has very significant gameplay impacts. Rocket Arena, that's gonna just be madness. And we did big head mode. So hopefully we'll get a good enough run that we can unlock those two. But first, we must go into the ship with our machine gun. It doesn't really look all that different so far. It didn't say anything about like only one modifier could be on, so I don't see any reason that it would only be doing the scrambled cash. I don't know. And as this is happening, I'm realizing there is a gameplay implication to the blood splatter thing, because blood splatters can mask acid and make areas safe to walk on again. So it does impact gameplay a little bit. It's not like a very wide universal thing, but you know, it's an effect. Now there's the teleporter part that we wanted, that we picked up last time and didn't apply and felt like an idiot about. There's also maybe like not quite Instagib, but like the enemies are weaker, like they're blowing apart faster. So this could be a fairly easy run. If that is the case, if enemies are just exploding when hit, no matter what. There is a difference between that and, you know, exploding on death, which that sort of implies that you have to do the correct number, you know, the correct amount of damage to kill them in the first place. So I don't know. I do know that was rude. Luckily we have a little bit more armor we can pick up. I think the grenade guy just blew himself up, which is appreciated. But yeah, if we keep going for these headshots, then it's kind of hard to say how it actually is going. Like, are we getting good shots in, or are the enemies just dying faster? Feels like they might be dying a little faster. We'll definitely know, like, if we get to Athena. Because there are some very tanky enemies, and if they're dying too quickly, then okay, something's up. Also, yes, we clearly are getting different weapons that we would not otherwise get. So what do you have for us? Health or lower secondary ammo cost? Yeah. I have a feeling we'll always take the item from the gun merchant. Okay, that's the save panel. It's still just like a basic terminal in other levels. Yeah, again, pistol, not the weapon to make those judgments on. This pistol is just super powerful. So I don't know, we might have like invented a run here that's a bit overly easy, for all we know. It's very possible we didn't, too. Like, you never know. Get some overheal flowing. Come down, gather that scrap. Don't try to spook us. There will be no spook. I mean, that said, it is October. We're coming up on Halloween. We're getting to spook time. There's a plasma gun. Thing threw a grenade that killed one of the squishy boys. Tried to jump us. I know they have a proper name, and eventually I will learn it, but I prefer to call them squishy boys, so that's what they shall be. They don't have the ability to communicate what they would prefer to be called. Like, if you tell me that, I will absolutely go along with it, but if I'm not told, you know, how can we honor it? We'll just deal with that stuff later on. The red key card and a Liechtenstein run. Oh, hello. So apparently if you shoot them really up close, they're just a one-hit kill. Seem to have another just persistent noise. This is what killed the last run. Something just not unloading from cache. So we'll be on the lookout for something disconcerting in that sense. Hitting that elevator opened these up. Oh, you're back there. So I don't remember what one this is. I'm hoping it is the triple shot that's sort of implied. Yep, it's triple shot. Triple shot is nice. I don't quite need more armor. But now we kinda do. We might as well. You know, take it while it's here. We've not gotten any damage ups. We have gotten one damage up. So all you have to do is complain about not having something and the game delivers. No, you can't make that jump. You need double jump. Ah, got caught out. Also, I'm not sure if these are like homing shots or if they just kind of curve on collision, or if I'm just like seeing things completely wrong. Anyway, shield here is the only thing that we're really interested in, so we'll take that, move along. 5:11 is actually a pretty good time. For 1-2, that's usually a long level. Just, you know, doing the Liechtenstein stuff. That always seems to take way longer than it has much reason to. See if we want to come down here. That's not useful yet. We're going in here. This is our first destination. Okay, no, these are like semi-homing shots. So that's even better than I initially remembered. I knew it had like a little bit of curve to it and all that, but I forgot that they were actually like homing. This is the way we have to head. Okay, that's both of those. There's like two vents like right next to each other. It's kind of compact, a little surprising. Here we're mostly looking for that metal. Gather up some scrap. We have a substantial amount. We're over 20K. I don't think we did anything like all that special to get that. It just kind of happened. Although I suppose like not using much is the thing we did. Yeah, it's more of an act of omission, really, but still counts, you know? We haven't really used our secondary on this thing much at all. Don't think it really matters which one we have. Now, I don't know if it's one of the modifiers in the game. And I say this with a couple of caveats, but I think it would be interesting to have a version of scrambled cache where it's the enemy cache that's being scrambled. And naturally the caveat there is the enemies need to be scaled. 3 minutes to do that level. 3 minutes. But like if you're facing a normal brick in the Icarus, it's a problem. If you're facing a normal security spider in the Icarus, it's a problem. But if you're facing a really weakened version, like maybe that's still a challenge, but okay. You know, it would be a more difficult one, and maybe it does exist. Like, I don't know. I haven't unlocked them all. I looked at the list, but I didn't like commit it to memory, so who knows? Well, this is unfortunate. Come on and bleed. Thank you for the blood. That still is just like a do not enter kind of circumstance. That's a brick. So what do we have? Well, we have a spin fuser. I don't know if that is any good. That's not good. Don't back up into acid, bunny. That's not advisable. Oh. Try to be clever, huh? Let you succeed once. And we get an armor refill. Actually very much appreciated. Right now. We don't have stomping, that was just a nicely timed shot. Sort of thing you put on your resume. That is not a brick. Go deal with these before they become more of a problem. Deal with that before it becomes more of a problem. Just like trying to cut off a whole lot of problems before they're problems. That's still a problem. Those guys just can't aim. That's the only conclusion I can draw there. They can't aim. So we should have been hit plenty more times than we were. But, we survive how we survive. And in just a tiny bit of acid. Where are we headed? This way. Here's a wall. There's a teleporter part. There's a brick. And it takes a full spin fuser clip, but we can do it. Get more accuracy boosts. Those are actually pretty nice to have. It's not the most necessary. I think fire rate is really like the one stat we want to boost the most with this particular loadout. I don't know, it depends on, I guess, on what's most important to you. I think in this circumstance, God, we don't even need that. I don't know, I think in this circumstance, like being able to just hold down and rapid fire is maybe more important. I do think the modifier makes our shots strong, or makes the enemies die much more quickly because we are blasting these harvesters without much thought. So this is accidentally a fairly easy run. Triple shot on the machine gun is also pretty good, but yes, that alone is not going to. It's not going to make the run the way we're seeing it now. Here we go. Take another plasma gun. That's going to be like down. Yeah, being able to one-shot a harvester from the side, it's a bit unusual. Without an explosive weapon, that's a bit unusual. think it's unusual enough to be, like, suspicious. But, you know, not gonna bite the hand that feeds on this one. Like, absolutely not. We will accept an easy win. Assuming it does become a win. And especially after that last run we had where things went kind of bizarrely off the rails. It'd be nice to have a run kind of proceed to a logical denouement. Hupfen, did you just want to use the word denouement? Yes. Yes, I did. So please bleed on this acid. Alright. And I do feel like I need to apologize. We haven't been thanking the shield for doing its work. Now granted, that's because we haven't noticed it doing a lot of its work, but that's no reason not to thank it. And also we did just take a whole lot of damage without any kind of shield protection at all. But that's our doing. That's not the shield's fault. You know, we took a lot of damage all at once. Just from poor play. So what do we have here? We have Reload Blast, Airbud, Double Shot. We are 5 credits away from being able to buy all 3. But we will take Reload Blast, and we'll take Airbud. So now we have extra shoots, and a little defensive burst. And we made it under par. So 337, pretty good time. That's our second par of the run. Pretty close to another overheal. And we shoot 69 bullets. Nice. Someone is shooting their bullets at us. We've taken care of them. Lot of jellies. Can only ask Airbud to do so much. Can only ask the shield to do so much. At the end of the day, we have to rely on our own gunfire. Is there more stuff up here that we can take advantage of? Doesn't look like it. Well, except for this container. Now I would say there's pretty much nothing left. Okay, we are definitely overpowered. Wait, what? That was a 2-shot brick kill. That's not natural. So, yeah, this will be a pretty straightforward cruise to the end. Clearly, like, across the list of enhancements, or of modifiers rather, there are some that are enhancements. There are some that make the game easier. And then there are some that don't. And we stumbled upon one of them that ultimately does just make the game easier. And that's good to know. Especially for going forward. We know if we're going to mess around with modifiers, which I think we will, this one kind of simplifies things to a noticeable degree. We are not killing the Brickley. The Brickley? We're not killing the Brickley quickly. That's... I apologize to the English language. I accept the damage that we took there as part of the cost of doing business. There we go. We're now overhealed to 150. There's a pistol. Yeah, this is kind of an easy run now. And yeah, I might sound a little disappointed because these runs are more interesting when there's a noticeable level of challenge to them. You know, when things start to feel tenuous or dangerous, that's when it's really exciting. You know, when you get a little too stacked, we're just hitting par like it's nothing. 357, that's... yeah, we're at 160 on our health. Full armor. There we go. Like, it's a little... I don't want to say too easy. We didn't flip the easy switch. Watch, I'm gonna go back, check the video, and we somehow flip the easy switch. I don't know. It's... install the teleporter part. It's just a little more engaging when, you know, there's a real threat of, you know, oh, we could still lose this run. Yeah, I think we would have to be noticeably off our game at this point to really blow it. We'd have to do some, like, really silly things. Now, I'm not saying we won't, I'm not saying we couldn't, but I'm saying that's the criteria. Take 2 damage ups. You know what? We have so much scrap. Let's sell a bit. And, see if we get better stuff in the next shop. We also might need to buy a teleporter part. I don't remember the state of those. There was literally no reason to shoot that barrel. So we might, you know, need to do that. It's just like, just get it out of the way. Yep. Thought you could surprise us, huh? Nothing is surprising. And there's a, that's a little surprising, the fact that the shotgun made that hit. Like, that's range, man. That is at range. And, it looks like, no, we don't, need to get a teleport piece from the shop. We got one just then. It's just kind of chilling on the crafting bench, like it's an ingredient. This really gives a sense of, like, apparently people find the game just this easy all the time. You know, there's one of the complaints, all stats up, nice. Like, people have complained that, you know, the game's too easy. That's why they added the hardcore mode modifier. But then you also had people complaining that the game was too hard, and that's why they added the easy mode in the first place. Okay. Be out. Did we hit par? No. A minute slow. 27. This is a fast run. We are getting through this nice and easy. The blood splatter thing is definitely a bit of a boon. The cash scramble probably is a bit of a boon as well, but we're not taking advantage of it. We're just sticking with this. We haven't even done that much. You know, we could go right now and just pop a couple grenades, but after a while, it's like, what's the point? You know, you start to develop existential malaise around grenades. And that's a heck of a malaise to have. Pick up a little bit of scrap. I don't know, there's not really a lot left that you can say about this run. Which is unfortunate because we're still in the burbs. I mean, not only are we still in the burbs, we're at 3-2. We're halfway through the burbs. And already we're just like, well, this is it. You know, this is our life now. Yeah, we are going this way. Just plow through this hall. There's no way there's not the power station. Yep, here's the power station. Take care of them, and that. Oh, right. That's the thing that happens. Do have to be careful with the reload blast and barrels. So man, do we switch to a nail gun? Like there's both no reason to do it and no reason not to do it. So we might as well. We have like literally every other gun. Maybe. I don't think we have every other gun, but we have a lot of guns. Alright, we can carry on. This is another one of those, you know, be careful in close range type weapons. Thing is, it is only useful in medium range. Straight up doesn't work after a certain distance. So we're definitely playing a little bit of a distance game now. A little bit of quarters. I bumped the mic. Let me fix that real quick. My apologies. Nose decided to get extremely itchy and I had to take invasive action. That makes it sound like I was picking my nose. I was not picking my nose. So we can refill our armor, like, in one go. We have so much scrap right now, it's actually comical. So we'll do the rest of this room. 180. so much overheal. Like, that's it. That hallway always does that, that space field thing. It's kind of odd. Come on. Thank you. So we have almost 300 HP available to us. Yeah, let's grab the scrap pole. Retro rockets. Thrusters. No, we'll just keep going. I'm now paranoid about, like, that microphone bump. Like, at least I have, you know, audio editors. I never use them on normal runs, as might be obvious. But like, if it's really bad, you know, if I take a look at it, it's like, oh, that's actually painful to hear, I can just, like, turn it down. I think it would be more bizarre to, like, try to cut that bit of audio out, because then there's just dead silence. I mean, if I duck the level, make it a little quieter, you can still kind of tell what happened. Like, you can still tell the audio was messed with, but you can also hopefully hear enough that you can be like, oh, that's why. Like, I am glad I don't have to hear that at full volume, because that's unfortunate. Of course, it's much better if you just never make that mistake, but oh well. I just, like, I'm constantly trying to tweak this recording setup, because, you know, part of this whole thing is figuring out, well, you know, what's a good recording environment, what's a good setup that I can have at home. You know, so I can do, you know, podcasts, radio stuff, voiceover work maybe even. I kind of doubt that. Like, I'm one of my my classmates. He can totally do voice. Like, we did a I might have already told this story, but we did our first, like, broadcast assignment, which is just like doing a standard issue TV news story, nothing fancy. And naturally that meant, you know, doing the voiceover. That was really the crux of it. We had footage that we were working with. It was mostly doing the voiceover and doing the editing. And, you know, we go through, we all do our own, and then we're, you know, doing the critique, the evaluation stuff, and, you know, the professor pulls up this one guy's work, and we're all just, like, it starts, and we're just listening to it being like, this is the BBC. Like, this guy, like, we weren't pretending we were at the BBC, but, like, he had that voice just naturally. And I was, like, immediately jealous of him, like, to such a strong degree, because here I am, like, I'm trying to be good at this, like, trying to put together a nice radio voice, and, like, he might have been practicing and training for a long time too, I don't know, but it sounded so natural that I was just like, I respect you, but I hate you at the same time, you know? Like, I will fully admit to being jealous of his ability. And I can fully believe, like, seeing him on the BBC or on, you know, CBC or whatever, CTV, like some, you know, some focused radio or TV station, you know, and that's just like, that's what he does. He is the voice. And, you know, he would absolutely deserve that job, you know? And like, I want that job, as it were. Like, I would love to just talk for a living. You know, not necessarily over video games. That's just what I'm doing here, and I'm far from the best person to be doing that, but just the general idea of, you know, quite literally communicating, like talking. Basically, like, I can't say it more compactly. Like, that's interesting. Which is so weird for how long I've been like, my voice is the worst thing that I've ever heard. Like, that was me for a long time, and now I'm just like, yeah, can we just not shut up? Like, can we make a career out of just not shutting up? And the answer to that is yes, but it's hard. But, like, that's kind of what we're shooting for now. Oh, we made par. We can't shoot yet. We have to wait until the train stops. Then we can pick up our scrap. We may want to look to sell a lot of it, so we can just like buy out the last store. Because we do not need all this. You know what? We don't even need to fuss with getting those last bits. We'll just come on down here. Do we still have a teleporter part? Looks like we still have a teleporter part. So we can do that. At this point, like, basically Airbud is on Jelly Patrol. Like, just take care of those for us, so we can focus on the more important things in life, like fixing this teleporter. So that's 2 parts on that. Oh yeah, we are powerful. And you know, it's that golden rule with roguelikes. Being able to do a lot of damage always speeds up your run. Like, that's almost the thing that will speed up your run most. We have 190 HP right now. Can we just talk about that and how that's crazy? Grab that scrap. There is a secret panel. And it's HP. So we actually have no use for it. If it was armor, we would be back to full with 190 HP. It's just ridiculous. And like, we didn't hit the glitch shop. Like, that is a legit way to get to that number without it being too ridiculous. If you hit the glitch shop, then like, you're going to have full armor for a little while. Again, depending where the crafting bench is relative to it, but like, you're not going to be hurting for scrap, and so you're not really going to be hurting for armor either. I guess we weren't close enough to set that off. That's where we're going. So where was the... Oh, it's right down there. And it's just food. And it did say there was one hostile left. There it goes. So we move along. I don't know how that money got there. Might have just blown that glutton up really hard. Kind of took a bad fall there. Bench is back there, not so far that it's really a problem to go, but also don't care that much. I mean, we're in such good shape here. Just take these stat ups. Find the scientist to shoot. Oh well. 5 minutes. Wow, that was a bit slower than I thought. I started moving around quickly in the hopes that we would get yet another R. No such luck. We do have 300 credits. Which might be more than we need. So we have a problem. We can't move. Yeah, we can't move. Could you help us out here, bud? Any idea, Airbud? Anything? Thank you, Airbud. I was just about ready to call it, but oh, and thank you, Shield. Atoms are really like pulling it out here, coming into their own. And yes, we are taking a bit of damage. That's a snipe. Like, considering it was so far away that it wouldn't even trigger the drop. It's a pretty good shot. So anyway, after that small interference, we are back at it. But we're starting to take some legit HP damage. And like legit amounts of it, I should add. So we'll look for secrets to hopefully offset that. This is one time that we want an HP secret because like we can find, well, we can make so much armor really. We're not finding it. You know, we just need to find the crafting bench and we're golden. Let's take care of them. shotgun at range is more impressive than you might think. Is the secret down here? No, the crafting bench is. That's where the crafting bench always spawns down there. It's weird. So that's taken care of. I want to find the secret room before we do another bit of armor, before we do another line of armor. Just to make sure, because it might give us armor, and now we don't have to spend scrap. Now, we're not hurting for scrap. We kind of have a lot. But it'd be nice to turn that into credits and not scrap that we, or not armor that we don't have to. It's another secret right up there. The jelly just flashed into existence for a brief moment, and then 'twas gone. It's not a contraction people use very much anymore. 'Twas. I think it's still, like, useful. You know, we do say it was. You know, that combination of words in that order. That's not unheard of. I don't know. Our style and expectations with contractions have changed noticeably over the centuries. You know, as has the language. Like, we don't have the thorn as a letter anymore. We were just like, forget that. You know, go spend that on other things. So we can't buy out the shop, but we can buy out the shop if we really wanted to. I don't think we really care. Making progress on that finding 100 secrets again. We will get there. I mean, we already have the achievement, so it doesn't really matter, technically. But, new save file, we want to kind of go through everything. You know. Uh-oh. You can hear that, that ting. That incessant ping. That sound of eventual lag, if we're not careful. So let's get through the level quickly. Which I think we can do. Nope, no secret panel. One threat left. Fall damage, I guess. Didn't seem like that bad with fall. Well, use a little bit of explosion splash. Oh, we're taking actual damage again. And again, there's no reason to to bust that thing apart. But we can do it, so we shall do it. And that's all of that. Kind of want the crafting bench now. Like, if we could ask for it, we would. All stats up. Out of that. So we wanted to protect this HP. We gonna spit enough blood to actually put out some of these fires? Because that would be nice. Fire took out one of those soldiers though, so that's appreciated. Not the biggest thing in the world, but appreciated. And there we go. All done. All done. Thank you. Another par. Another batch of scrap we don't need. Now let's go take care of the boss, who hopefully will not create that dinging, laggy cacophony. Game volume is acting a little weird now. I don't think it knows quite how to handle the situation we're putting it in. Right now we're just waiting for the shield to drop. Aw, gonna have to just do that exact thing again. And we should have it. No sweat. Yeah, pretty nice explosion. And just mow down the gluttons, let the blood start to flow. Yeah, that was a fast run. Aside from the point where we got stuck and almost thought we had to cancel it prematurely. I would have loved to hit 200. Just to do it. Ah well. So that will do it for this run. Apparently the blood splatter modifier makes enemies a fair bit weaker. At least that's the impression that I got. So we'll keep that in mind for the future. And this will definitely get us a couple more. You're now able to stack 3 mutators. I wasn't aware we were limited, but now we're not. So that's cool. Maybe we'll do that next time. Maybe we'll find a nice trio to put on top of each other. But for now, the ship is heading home, and that will do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, like would be appreciated, subscribe doubly so. But either way, ta-ta for now.